Yes,
You know, so you didn't have to read it like
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We're gonna get started. We hope you enjoyed the mingle time to get started tonight. Got some snacks. If we haven't met before, my name is Dr. Kate DeConnick. I have the privilege of serving as the director of the Cohen Center for Holocaust and Genocide Studies here at Keene State College. And welcome to those of you in person and to those of you in our Zoom audience, because we have some folks joining us virtually tonight as well. So we are gathered this evening to celebrate the achievements of our students this past academic year. The Cohen Center will be presenting the Charles A. Hildebrandt Award for Excellence in Holocaust Studies. And we are also joined by our colleagues from the Department of Holocaust and Genocide Studies, who will be inducting undergraduate students into their honor society. So many things to celebrate tonight. Each year we hold our award ceremony in April because this month marks Genocide Awareness Month. In coming together to present our awards this evening, we take up the Cohen Center's charge to remember and to teach. And additionally, in the midst of violence that's playing out in the world around us today, it's especially important that we gather to celebrate our students who are making a difference. Tonight's award ceremony was made possible due to the hard work of many people. Michelle Kiawa from the Cohen Center team, Catherine Winters-Michaud, who's from our team as well, who just joined us about a month ago. They have arranged all of the logistics and the catering for us this evening. Katie Arsenault, who's not here with us tonight, and the Keene State College marketing team created all of the promotional materials for our competition and for our award tonight. And Tom White, Dr. John Sturtz, where are you, John? Tom's here, John's in the back. And Debbie Bowie, who's not with us in person tonight, were all with me in reviewing the submissions for this year's Hildebrandt Award competition. And I also want to thank Dr. Ashley Green in the front here, Dr. Dana Smith in the back, Dr. John Sturtz also in the back, and Dr. Lisa DiGiovanni on the side here, and all of the other faculty who teach courses for the Department of Holocaust and Genocide Studies for the important work that they do to inspire our students to engage with important questions about past and present realities. And now I'm going to invite Tom White from my team up to the podium. He is going to speak to us about the Hildebrandt Award. So Tom, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. The Hildebrandt Award honors Charles A. Hildebrandt, Professor Emeritus in Sociology and founder of the Holocaust Resource Center, which later evolved into the Cohen Center. This award is given annually in recognition of excellence in Holocaust studies. Keene State students submit essays, historical analyses, stories, poems, musical compositions, dance, film, or projects in theater and visual arts, exploring and expressing their own personal relationship or reflections on the Holocaust. This year, we had a very competitive pool of submissions. We are pleased to present the 2024 Hildebrandt Award to Jenny O'Brien Holla. Speaking at Keene State College, majoring in secondary education and Holocaust and Genocide Studies. Jenny's submission was a documentary film entitled The Life of Roman Holla, which she spent more than a year researching, filming, and editing. The film tells the story of her grandfather and his family's escape from Nazi-occupied Czechoslovakia. Later on in life, Roman entered to his home country to fight for freedom from communist rule. Eventually, he made his way to the United States, where he also served in the military and as a CIA officer. This submission stood out to our review committee for many reasons. First, we appreciated that this was an intergenerational project that showcased one family's unique story, and also the broader narrative of the Holocaust and the war itself. One of our committee members also noted that, quote, projects like this may inspire other people to record their family histories, especially stories that are difficult to tell. With our population of survivors and others growing older, documenting stories like Romans is increasingly important. So we applaud Jenny for taking up this work and also for the exquisite craftsmanship of her submission. Jenny, please join us at the podium to receive your award. Thank you.
And we invited Jenny actually to pick a short selection from the film that she created to show with our audience tonight. So I'm gonna let Jenny introduce it, and then we're gonna cue it up and just show you a short, like 4 to 5 minute piece of the film. So Jenny, go right ahead.
Well, hi, everyone. I just want to say a quick thank you for all of my professors who have helped me here at Keene State, especially in the Holocaust program. And special thank you to Dana Smith for her help on this project. And of course, my grandfather who's watching at home on Zoom. He said once that without the hard work of his father getting him out of Czechoslovakia, he would not be here today, and neither would we. So I'm forever grateful for everything he has been through. So the part that I would like to show you today is a clip that's a little bit further into the film. He was born in Prague and had to escape on April 30th, 1939. And I don't know if you guys believe in science, but I was actually born April 30th, 2002. So that meant a lot to me, but he had to escape and leave and go to Paris. He spoke no French. It was a foreign land. He was very lost, but he was able to make a new life for himself. And then, of course, as I'm sure all of you know, the Nazis came into Paris. So he once again had to leave. The clip I picked is explaining him leaving Paris to go to England. Unfortunately, his aunt Francie and his grandfather Long did not make it. They were killed in concentration camps. But my grandfather Roman, his father and his mother and his brother all were able to make it out of France and survive the war.
All right, so that's just a little teaser, right? The nice thing is that anyone who's interested in viewing the full film can access it online. And we're actually going to put this in our Cohen Center e-newsletter that's going to come out in a couple of weeks. So we hope, if this sparked your interest in some way, that you'll come back and visit the full film because it's really beautifully done. And it's such an important story. So congratulations again, Jenny. Yeah. Many of you also know that the Cohen Center has historically given out a second award every year as well, which is called the Susan J. Herman Award for Leadership in Genocide Awareness. And you might have noticed that in advertising for tonight's event, we are not going to be giving out that award tonight, but I wanted to say a word about why. Because what this has to do with is actually a really exciting change that is coming to that award. So this spring, we've been working with our donors who support that award to revise the award itself. And we're excited to announce that we plan to launch a new opportunity this fall, so fall 2024, which is going to allow students to apply for funding to support projects and leadership opportunities in Holocaust and genocide studies. So in the past, we've given an award that has recognized excellent work that has been done. And now what we're looking to do is to provide the financial support that will allow students to do that work. So more information about that award is going to be available at the start of the fall semester. And we're also going to host some information sessions for students who might be interested in applying for funding as well. So please spread the word to anyone who might, have some projects or opportunities in the back of their mind that might require some support. So with that little bit of exciting news about the future, we want to now turn the floor over to Dr. Ashley Green, who's Associate Professor and Chair of Holocaust and Genocide Studies, who's going to lead the Honor Society inductions. Thank you, Ashley.
Okay, thank you, Kate. So there are lots of boring parts to the job of being chair.
And this is not one of them. This is such an honor to be here with all of you tonight, our students and your families. So on behalf of all of my faculty colleagues in the department, I want to make a few remarks as we get ready to welcome a new class, inducting them into the Zeta Chi Rho Honor Society. In the world that we live in today, it's easy to pick up a newspaper or look at the news and feel hopeless. Well, just over 100 years ago, a young Polish college student studying linguistics picked up a newspaper, read about the murders of more than 1 million Armenians, and about the trial of a survivor who had taken justice into his own hand by assassinating one of the leaders responsible. And when that college student learned that while this Armenian survivor sat in a courtroom, there was no law and no crime in existence that could hold someone accountable for murdering millions of their own citizens, he wrote in his journal that he didn't want to live in a world that allowed this to happen. But instead of giving in to despair, he changed his major, not always a bad thing, studied law, and he committed the rest of his life and his career to defining the crime that we now know as genocide and to making that crime an international law. And even in his darkest moments, as Hitler came to power in Germany, as he fled to America in the face of the Nazi invasion of Poland, as he lost more than 40 members of his own family to the Holocaust, he clung to the belief that if we fought for the world we wanted to live in, if we built the law one piece at a time, if we saved one life at a time, that we could encourage the best in humanity. That student's name was Raphael Lemkin, and he lived the life that he did because he had hope. And those of you sitting here tonight, about to be inducted into Zeta Chi Rho, the only honor society in the field of Holocaust and genocide studies, you are the hope that Raphael believed in so fiercely. You came to Keene State College with a world of majors at your fingertips, and with all of those choices before you, you chose to look at some of the worst our world has to offer. You chose to ask the difficult questions about what it means to be human, and you chose to take the hard path of finding difficult solutions to real and complex problems that can sometimes feel so much bigger than ourselves and so overwhelming. And not only have you tackled these issues, you have done it while excelling academically and standing out from among your peers. Raphael Lemkin believed we could build a world in which we could save lives in danger of being erased, a world in which we could hold perpetrators accountable, and a world in which we can understand the forces that make societies vulnerable to genocide and develop strategies to prevent genocide and mass atrocities from taking place. Each of you represents hope for our society today. And wherever you end up, in classrooms, in courtrooms, in NGOs, in families, in neighborhoods, advising policymakers, you are proof that Raphael Lemkin was right. So I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate your families because I know none of you got here alone tonight. And I want to congratulate you for this remarkable achievement. And thank you for being the hope that we need so desperately in our world today. So congratulations and thank you to all of you tonight. So I'm going to call one name at a time, and you can come up and get your certificate and a signed book by one of our recent speakers with the Cohen Center. So I'm very proud to ask to come forward Sarah Frederick. And if families want a quick picture.
Oh.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Next, one of my own students this semester, very pleased to invite up Caitlin Ferdinand. Congratulations. Next, very pleased to ask Mary Ronning to come forward. That felt so official. On to the Senate. And very happy to ask Emma Miller to come up to the front. Emma is also one of my students who'll be traveling to Rwanda with me in just about 2 weeks. Congratulations, Emma. Yes, congrats. Okay, and just in front of you to Michelle is your book that is signed.
Yep. There you go. Wonderful.
Was it the Cambodians?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes, I should have said that. Congratulations. And next, I'm happy to ask forward Mary Meeker. Mary. And very happy to ask Kiara Hodge to come forward. Congratulations, Kiara. I can say a final word or. So I think that it concludes our event. Again, I just want to say on behalf of Dr. DeConnick and the Cohen Center, all of my faculty colleagues in the Holocaust and Genocide Studies Department, and all of us at Keene State College, thank you for being a part of our community and for all of the work that you do and will continue to do, and to your families for making it possible for you to be here tonight. So thank you. If there's anything left outside, feel free to get some additional snacks, and have a wonderful evening, and goodbye to all of those who joined us on Zoom.
Yes.